Devouring claw! The abyss's burning shadow! Burst forth!
Boing, boing, boing!
Thunder! Coming to be!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Burst forth! Witness my great undertaking!
Blow them all up!
Devouring claw! The abyss's burning shadow! Coming to be!
Teamwork is strength!
Feel this ancient power! Burst forth!
Sparks and flash!
Devouring claw! Stay away from me! Coming to be! Moments of birth!
Everybody stand back! Blow them all up!
Thunder!
Let's play! Yeah. Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves. Dare to mess with me?
Get back!
Let's play! We'll see about that. Here we go. Teamwork is dreamwork. Think you can get away?
Stay away from me!
Have fun with this gift. Smash and grab! Faster! Stronger!
Close your eyes. Observe.
Good luck! You're my target! Quick as a flash!
Close Close your eyes. Observe. Be silent.
Faster, stronger. Quick as a flash. Full speed ahead. On my mark. Ding dong.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Go.
The night comes.
Smash.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Oh, traveler from beyond this world, will you witness this tale unfold?
Alice?
You recognized me just like that? Maybe I need to work on my impression. Anywho, come to Star Sand Shoal. There's a little something I'd like your help with.
Well, it wouldn't be Clee's mom without a hefty dose of mystery, huh? Let's go see what this is about.
Take it easy.
Oh, it's Durin!
Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise. Looks like you've gotten even more powerful now.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard.
It's all good. We've had worse.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Anyway, what brings you...
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the...
So,
Miss Allen?
You too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, Never mind that. It's been too... I have brought you and the Traveler together here.
My mom?
Indeed. Fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdottir. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic, after all.
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about?
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret? Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? Oh, that's because it was the work of more than one person. It began as a little game at our tea parties. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you, because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is...
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finishing the story?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending. Is that you do your best.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script, and I don't have any writing experience at all.
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful helpers? With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So,
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up. But that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have to find it yourself, here inside this book.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah, let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks, too.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book. Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Follow the hints, and you'll find them. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
And this is...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink Em left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it. It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So, we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
Oh, it just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes, I'll find a way.
Yep. With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally, I can't miss this one.
Yeah. Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Oh, here we are again. Alice's magic really is incredible, huh? Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues. Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor. To dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past. Told. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of this story lie.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be? Guess that means we need to head back to Mondstadt?
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on, let's go! Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it... Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, Then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then, a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
Please be quiet within the premises.
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. Let's see what Lisa makes. Oh, wait! We better show it to Lisa. An experiment log. Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book. It's one of M's after all. Second strongest spell in existence. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? Huh. There's...
Well, did you manage to find them? Huh.
Yeah?
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which, apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did you manage to find them? Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you manage to find them? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
You're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, I thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
All right, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking. At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all. Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any... So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil...
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? Roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Stay away from me!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved, and you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon. True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey! That's Alice's voice!
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man! Paimon
maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break. Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the Good Hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Thank you for waiting. I finished checking your adventurer handbook. Here are your commission rewards. We have no other urgent commissions on the books at present. Thank you for all your hard work lately. Perhaps you two could consider taking a vacation.
Amazing! Paimon never thought we'd end up having downtime in Nocry. Things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either the Wild Hunt causing chaos or the Fatui stirring up trouble. It felt like this whole region was one giant slime in a barrel, ready to go boom at any moment. Sure have. Things were looking pretty dicey, but in the end, we managed to turn it around. Whoa! Paimon just got deja vu! Oh, that's right. It's because we've done this like a million times now.
Ah, yes. Are you two aware that the Moon Prayer Night is soon to take place?
Oh, yeah! Lama told us that was coming up soon. Wait, why do you mention it, though? Do people in Nasha Town celebrate it, too? Paimon thought it was just for Moon Goddess worshippers.
You're partially right. Most people in Nasha Town just see the festival as an opportunity to do business. They do not concern themselves with the religious element. The festival was first celebrated by the Frost Moon Scions. On this day, they would wear moon prayer blossoms and celebrate the birth of the moon goddess through song and dance. They would also prepare food and handicrafts, and give them as gifts to others. Over time, it became Nodcry's most lively festival.
Oh, sounds like fun! Great! Well, in the meantime, since Catherine doesn't have any commissions for us, let's focus on some personal business instead. When we first got here, you mentioned that this was where your spaceship landed? We didn't get to follow up on it at the time, because we got wrapped up in that whole rare air situation, but now we can finally start investigating it properly. Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around these parts, which goes, if you lift up a rock, you'll find something you weren't looking for. By that logic, you'll never find what you're looking for while you're searching, but the moment you stop looking, it'll jump right out at you. Could be worth a try though, right? Anyway, Paimon suggests we focus on other stuff we want to do for now, and just keep an ear out for spaceship-related intel as we go. What's wrong? You look super serious, huh? Paimon gets why you'd be concerned about Columbina, but what does the doctor have to do with anything? Oh, that's true. And now that you mention it, we're definitely overdue for a showdown with the It is weird that he hasn't shown himself this whole time. What could he be up to? True. Paimon would much rather deal with Marionette anyway. She says the meanest things, but maybe it's the pressure of being a Fatuse? Especially as a Harbinger. Does she feel like she's gotta act tough to keep up? But then, every time we headed out with Rarier, she always wound up having to repair pool. That's gotta sting. Losing face always hurts more for people who care a lot about their image. She's probably still... What? Relax! She's not even here!
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing, nothing! Where are we again? Oh, yeah. She's sitting up!
Is me sitting here a rare sight?
No, we just thought you'd be resting.
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests. Not that I consider it a disturbance. After all, you are the only ones who are free to enter. Would it not be a little unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like that.
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think about you and your companions. They are warm, mysterious, and cozy memories.
Return home?
Yes. This planet continued. If I remain into that, there will come a day that dust were turned into food for the flowers. I mean, I will cease to exist entirely.
Alright then. Well...
How do you intend...
The moon prayer night is soon to arrive. On that, the Kuvaki in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely need to
Oh! Paimon gets it!
You make it...
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false sky. I will be using a much gentler approach. But I do like the analogy. It's fun.
You see? She gets Paimon's...
In the blink of an eye, the time has come to part ways.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Time seems to fly fastest when you are enjoying it. I have always thought of myself as a wanderer on this earth, and it has never expressed any desire to keep me here. Yet, just as I plan to depart, it tugs at my arm. Is this a gesture of affection? Or is the world mocking me?
Oh. Were you hoping I can answer that?
Yes. You are a traveler, so you must have a lot of experience in this area.
Then, what I would say is... enjoy the moment.
That's right! Don't overthink it! Happiness is happiness and joy is joy! The point is to enjoy it, not analyze it!
I see. Then what I would say is, even though I am very tired right now, I am still happy.
I can't tell from the tone of your voice.
Oh, really? You... don't think
I'm just kidding. I could tell you were in a good mood today from the moment...
Ah, a joke. Anyway, I assume you're here about you-know-what. Give me your hand.
Actually, it's not that.
Oh. Then...
Sure. Thank you. So, I've heard that in the Moon Prayer Nights of the past, since you helped so much in our fight against the Rehir of Solnari, I think you deserve a fair— I haven't asked everyone else for their opinions on this yet.
I've never joined a moon prayer night before.
Oh, don't worry about that. Of course, there's no need to force it if you're not feeling strong enough. It's just kind of a...
But they call me Kutar, and the fatuity.
I'll make it work. You have my word.
Yeah, we got your back. Well, he does. Paimon's actually not too sure what he's planning.
All right, if you're sure. I will not refuse your invitation. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to pack a few more sights from this world into my suitcase before finally learning what my homeland looks like. Oh, if you see Lauma, please tell her that rather.
That was kind of cryptic, but sure. Guess it's between the two of you.
And also...
Since she's agreed to join the festival, let's go see who else wants to take part. Lauma's gotta be the person most familiar with the Moon Prayer Night. We should start with her. Also, what exactly is your plan to keep her safe?
Not sure yet. I'll figure something out.
What? Are you serious? And Paimon even gave you her vote of confidence back there! When did you become so sneaky?
Hey there! Gotcha! Shine down! Busted. Illusion shattered. Ow! I'm fine. Oh, what a stroke of good luck. Strike a pop. Shine down. Gotcha. Quietly now. Hey there! Hey there! Coming at ya! Fire! Well, shower me with praise! Time to shine! Gotcha! Quietly now. Let's pack it up. The show begins!
doing here?
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on Hisi Island.
Mr. Varka is helping to oversee Nasha Town's preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations and custom cloth designs.
Right, yeah, that too.
What do you mean, that too?
Yes. Celebrating this festival is a long-held tradition here in Nodcry. On this day, blossoms bloom with a special radiance. Our people take these to be blessed omens.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Rare. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking to turn their fortunes around. The big shots in town all agree that a big, lively celebration is just what we need to rebuild people's faith in this place.
No wonder Catherine said that people weren't so bothered about the religious element.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom by this point. The celebrations have little to do with whether the religious stories behind this event are true or not. Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon Prayer Night, despite now knowing that their past beliefs were founded on a falsehood.
That's fair. It's a bit like the Lantern Ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to enjoy themselves, not debate the existence of the Adepti. Oh, one other thing. We just went to see Columbina. We went ahead and...
Wait, so... you mean she agreed to it?
Then, I suppose that she intends to
Oh, yeah! It's kind of a complicated process, but basically, it's like a slingshot.
I understand. In truth, I had a feeling that she might make such a decision. Well, if Kuthar has decided to participate in the festival, we should prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. She was saying how it could be risky for her to show...
Unfortunately, the people who carved the statues did an excellent...
Darn! We may have bitten off more than we can chew here.
Nah, don't sweat the small stuff. We can handle that.
Huh? Are you saying you have a plan?
Not as such, no, but the most important thing with a festival is to keep the mood light and your spirits up. You can't go preparing for a festival with those long faces. You'll never convince anyone to enjoy themselves.
The Mondstatter spirit is strong with this one.
As it happens, I agree with Mr. Varka. Let's start by making our appreciation for Kuthar the beating heart of the festive atmosphere. And who knows, once we get the ball rolling, perhaps everything will just fall into place.
Hey! Did you catch that? Lama said the thing! Or close enough, at least.
I'm looking forward to the Moon Prayer Night already. We have a festival in Mondstadt called Windbloom, and you can always tell which couples are celebrating it for their first time by the smiles on their faces. Big, beaming smiles like their whole face is glowing. And I have a feeling we'll get to see that same smile on the Moon Goddess's face at this festival.
Not quite the same, surely.
Anyway, I'll take care of business in the city, but I'll have to leave the decor up to you and the Frost Moon Scions. No one else can capture that traditional aesthetic quite like you guys. But lastly, there's the final key element that brings the festival to life. Companionship.
Before you leave, let me show you something that we've been preparing. Mr. Varka had asked to see it already, so you may as well tag along. Also, I have some further questions about Kuthar's decision.
like they're having fun.
I believe so. Kuhenki seem very skilled at playing drums like these, although I'm not sure where they learned it from.
Maybe it's an innate talent? In their eyes, they're probably just playing with toys.
Wanatar! You wanna play too?
Yeah. She looks more confused than anything.
Maybe we can teach her next time if we get the chance.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
What are these floaty things?
Moon veils. We hang them from buildings in the city during the festival. When you look at the sky through them, it creates a lovely misty effect.
Everyone seems hard at work.
They are preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture being made over here, Mr. Varka and I were just finalizing the details of where it will be placed.
Ah, there she is. I didn't know the finished article would be so large. Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made. Just let me know once it's ready, and I'll get some people to ship it over.
You have my thanks. And over here, we are preparing a very traditional confection.
Oh, look at all these colors! It looks great! Can Paimon try one?
Of course. I have a feeling you'll like it a lot.
You bet! Sweets and treats are Paimon's favorite.
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet Paimon would have joined the Frost Moon Scions by now.
There will also be verdant crests like this present in Nasha Town during the festival. The timing of Moon Prayer Night is not completely set in advance. We make a rough estimate, then observe the changes in the verdant crests and moon prayer blossoms to guide us. As such, the wait itself is a fun feature of this particular festival. Let's talk here. To tell the truth, I am very surprised to hear that Kutar is willing to participate in the festival. I once asked her if she'd be willing to stay with the Frost Moon Scions. I could introduce her to everyone, and we could be a family to one another. She did not answer, but she has not appeared here since. I took this to mean her answer was no, but if that were the case, she would not have accepted this invitation. Ah. I see. Maybe she is right. Maybe the Frost Moon scions of today no longer need a moon goddess. But my wish was not for her to come here and be worshipped as a deity. I simply wanted to offer her a place to stay. I'm sure she believes that showing herself here might invite Fatui intervention, and as such she does not wish to cause us trouble. But what really pains me about all this is that this is her birthplace. She ought to belong here, yet no one has been able to grant her shelter.
I think I'm qualified to weigh in here. When someone's about to depart on a long trip, what they need is blessings, not burdens. We should wish her the best, not make the journey harder than it already is. Anyway, she's agreed to attend, hasn't she? All we need to do is simply respect her decision.
I see your point. Yes, she will soon depart after all.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories. Besides, who's to say her journey to the moon is a one-way trip? It's not like she can't come back and visit if she wants, right?
Paimon agrees wholeheartedly. Festivals are all about having fun, so let's keep it simple.
All right, I'm gonna head back to Nausea Town soon. Want to come with? I'm guessing you have some other folks to visit there.
Sure thing, let's go! Bye for now, Wilma!
Thank you all. Goodbye.
Huh? Hey, over there! It's Duran and Albedo with Flints! What could they be?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello there. It's been a while.
Perfect. We have some new volunteers for our...
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to hunt down the...
Yeah, right! Oh,
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not...
Wait, so I...
half right! Don't act so...
Maybe I can explain. At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any traces of abyssal energy. On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters, but something...
Huh? What do you mean?
Exactly. It was very peculiar. They roared and tried to...
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Not Cry before.
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage-like illusions tend to appear in Nodcry in the run-up to Moon Prayer Night. From a distance, they appear quite real. I myself thought that Misters Durin and Albedo were locked in battle with abyssal monsters when I first arrived.
But after sharing intel and investigating a little further, we can confirm that these illusions are harmless. There is no great cause for concern.
All the Mirage stories I've heard are either animals, rocks, or small houses. Abyssal monsters, though? That's a first.
It's a first for me, too. So I'm planning to look into it further just to be on the safe side. I intend to inspect a few more locations.
What about you two? Any plans?
Alice contacted me a few days ago. She'd like me and Durin to assist her with an experiment. But we lost contact shortly after receiving the message. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone familiar with her. We don't know when the wind will blow, yet when the wind blows, we will know. That, in a nutshell, describes how Alice operates.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. Well, I suggest we investigate this Mirage business in the meantime. It's piqued my curiosity, and I'm pretty sure I know someone who will already be 10 steps ahead of us.
Well said.
Right? Whatever's happening in Notcry, she always seems to be the first one to know. Let's go see what she knows. We can invite her and her staff to the festival while we're at it.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
You're right, I have noticed. There's certainly some records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following Moon Prayer Night. That said, it has always been a rare sight in the past. The odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night sky, happening to see a shooting star. But this time, Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. And first,
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. Given the scale and nature of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are coming to life. Or perhaps the memories of multiple people.
Oh,
So, you mean the phantom monsters are hunting down the phantom humans?
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but we have no means of intervening. In addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be from the very distant past. This is clear both from the clothing they wear and the stories they tell. They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000 years ago.
did Paimon hear that right? 6,000 years?
It sounds like this merits further exploration.
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo. My knowledge of ancient history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-Knights of Favonius era came up in class.
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech, given how long ago they lived.
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum. As an intelligence broker, my sole interest is in the value of the information I gather. Which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear Lady Moonchanter.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches Paimon by surprise.
Sounds to me like we could split the work up.
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flint's, and me.
Agreed. It coincides with my duty as a lightkeeper.
For my part, I'd like to understand the abyss better. Even a little knowledge would go a long way.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is the chance to make contact with the ancients.
The Curatorium will take the lead on investigating the Hyperboreans. We put in the work to learn what we know so far. It seems only fair that we get some quantity of exclusive intel.
That just leaves our trusty team of 2 unassigned. Since you became an honorary knight, of course. This was part of my grand plan all along. Ha ha ha!
Oh yeah! By the way, we managed to convince Columbina to come to the Moon Prayer Night celebrations. Would you and Yehoda like to join too?
She agreed to that? Huh. Quite an achievement. Never underestimate the traveler, I guess. I'd be happy to join. No point shutting myself inside when the streets are all decked out. I doubt any clients will be visiting during the festival in any case. And Yehoda loves a party, so I'm sure she'll jump at the opportunity.
No. No! 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 No!
Way to contradict me in front of...
Wait! No, that's not what I have bad news, boss! So many people. Alright, everyone inside! Quick! This is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I saw one of those phantoms at Star Sand Shoal, and it was some sort of flying ship. Like a spaceship? That's gotta be the one you came to Tibet in! You said you saw— Huh? You already know about it? Wait. Back up. You came here in a spaceship? Now my mind is blown! Yep, exactly. Huge discovery. You're the best. Wow.
I guess that decides where we're heading next. Come on, don't look at me like that. I know the spaceship doesn't have anything to do with me, but you don't want to leave me as the only one twiddling my thumbs, do you? Please?
Fair enough. You can tag along.
In that case, let's meet back here to discuss our...
I wish everyone a productive investigation.
You too. What's up, boss?
Tell me, Yehoda, when did the Curatorium start giving out intel for free?
Oh! Wow, what do you know? Yehoda was right on the money. This phantom, but that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists.
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise.
I was. Until one of our people informed me that no one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought...
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival period. Any idea why that is?
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them, since they can't be interacted with. And no human phantoms have ever made an appearance before now. The most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected to the increase in Kuvaki energy around this time.
Yeah, seems like that's all we can do.
Allow me to lend you a hand. Everyone, our friend here should be able to provide us with some information.
Is that a phantom Rhyme-horn deer?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals, and can even communicate with them. That's coming in handy now, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, it's leaving.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship. In return, I told it about some near... We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain... Let's give them a moment.
All back together? Must...
Indeed. It did find a lot of wild fruit, enough for them to feast for a long while. This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary. Certainly nothing to do with the spaceship.
Huh. Well, it definitely makes sense to get a bird's eye view.
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that the world these phantoms see is also different from ours.
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exist in both times and spaces, but there might also be things that only...
Good point. Great thinking, Lauma.
Blunthorn rhinos can use Kuvaki to shift great rocks, but this one says it couldn't get that ship to budge by even an inch. The sniffer mole tried too, but despite being a skilled digger, it could not get through. They say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged. It seems completely impervious to any and all attacks.
So, just like us humans...
Yes. Still, we are grateful for all your efforts.
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on.
What is this thing? I've never seen it move.
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since his grandpa was still alive.
What about his grandpa?
Huh? I don't know. And I'll...
Guess that means that as far as there...
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing...
Huh?
Yes, brother! I shall join you.
We should go with...
What the... This thing is crazy tough.
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception. I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events in Nodcry. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can't influence it.
It makes sense. History is set in stone. The objective facts of the past cannot be changed.
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier. But actually, you were doing some serious investigating.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right there in front of us, we aren't going to learn much about it from these people. Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is proof of the ship's existence. And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door open. It's made of very tough material. To me, that says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it. It's just a matter of time.
Huh. Every now and then, when
I wonder how the others are doing.
Sounds good. Also, drinks are on me if Team Knights of Favonius is the first to finish.
Wait! We haven't...
Am I in?
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral ready for you.
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't...
Nah, I'm sure Barb...
Oh, no! Oh.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran. But as I'm sure you've noticed...
But... we have...
And try you have. But are you aware of how...
I wasn't...
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th, if we're only counting this particular victim. There are no indications that these phantoms may be all...
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr. Duran?
May I ask...
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nodcry during the Conrian Cataclysm. Would that be accurate?
Conrian...
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nodcry, causing immeasurable harm. The people paid a terrible price to heal this land. Then, 500 years ago, the whole of Teyvat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nodcry was dealt a devastating blow.
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave. Be they human, fae, or the moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to...
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen to us, but both are immutable.
Yes. Fate was determined long, long ago.
I still have a couple of other questions for you, Mr. Flint's. You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. How can... And also, how are you... From everything I know about you, you're not cold.
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure.
Wait, so...
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
I'm sorry.
You needn't apologize. Your passion is a good thing to have. Treasure it, because someday you may find it in terribly short supply. Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question in return. Your curiosity toward the Abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its call? I only ask because I kept a fragment of Rerear's body in my lantern for a short time. And I hear its power growling from somewhere within you.
My honest answer is... I don't know. I don't think I have the confidence to say for certain. Even before I became who I am today, my doubts remain unresolved. But when we fought Rerear, sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible. It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth for yourself.
Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar.
Then I wish you every success. I look forward to the day of your transcension. Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh, and one last thing. I'd appreciate if you kept our discussion about history a secret.
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion. Hooray for consensus!
Yeah, but we barely learned anything, though. I totally thought this would be the mother lode. And all this stuff about moons and hyperopia. What a load of baloney. Seems like people back then had a few screws loose.
I understand your frustration. We found there isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole...
You look disappointed, Nefer.
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to...
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will
Oh, duh! Yeah! That was it! Hyperborea!
I'm serious. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the Curatorium store. Turn yellow. Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and
Well, that goes without saying.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry. Shutting up. Now is not a good time to push Nefer's button.
Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night.
You mean a parting gift?
Can't go wrong with food. Although...
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine? I've got...
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in.
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out...
Wait, what the... Traveler? They're all looking at...
Great! Haha, problem solved. Now, I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need her help sourcing a bunch of...
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Traveler.
Is something the matter? I'm fine. It's just... But it's okay. This is something I have to work through. I'll be all right. Thanks.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like...
Come on. Stop treating me like a kid.
Which is why we need a lantern guaranteed to...
Yes, I have a few ideas, but... the lantern itself is the easy part. The real issue is how little we know about the lunar environment.
Wait, you two are serious about this?
Let's just say I'm intrigued.
You should get going. It's important.
Could you do me a solid and try to
Miss Lauma, would you accompany me into town?
Very well.
Huh? She's not here. Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time, too? Where did they, walkies? Oh, well. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway. Calamina! Oh, how strange, right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside. Especially since she's worried about a trek. What about Luonatar? Luonatar? Hey! Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know... Yeah, that's even stranger. What about him? Oh, that's not good news. They change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And Nail, good idea. She might know what's happening.
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? No, she hasn't. I came here to check on her after I noticed the flowers had changed color. Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be...
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is super weird.
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if anyone... Come on. Let's go to Nasha Town. If anyone has seen her, someone there...
Makes sense. Let's... Wait a moment. Is it just Paimon?
No.
Alas.
Whoa! Where'd that voice...
Not sure.
No, not that way.
The... Sniffer Mole?
That's the final boss?
Okay, the jig is up. It seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Ah, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
What is going on?
I've heard that all the big shots in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexen Circle, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I, for one, think I'm really quite amazing. So that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
Ah, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
You look
Oh, that's the first thing you thought. A little surprising, but that actually makes me very happy. Because that means that when Klee grows up, she'll be just as stunningly beautiful as her mother.
So she's a friend of yours?
Kind of.
I see. Madam Mage, that was,
It's okay, Lauma, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours. And of Arcus, too. That's right. She's a good person, just kinda unpredictable.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? Hmm? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nodcry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell.
He'll get used to it. Paimon sure is.
Oh, I thought and what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat. My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No, it's just... You seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time you've shown up in person.
You're quite right. I'm here in Nodcry. It concerns the 3 moons, Tevat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess. Kind of. My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do as well. Namely, maintaining the stability of Tevat's borders. I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up, abyssal energies are all that lie beyond Tevat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through. And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been
no one...
Is it because the real moon is now so close to...
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to... And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, the trilunar syzygy.
A trilunar?
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Tevat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world. Oh, that's exactly it! The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world stable. But, fast-forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh and... the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Nodcry. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame. And it's having a noticeable effect on Tevat's borders. Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in.
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R. Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask you. I see. Oh, so you remember. Yes, of course. That was a story about fate. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has...
My body... Wait, no. It's... What's... happening to me? Are you out for a walk too? Huh? The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that... But Moon Prayer Night is nearly... Death is near. Will I return to the moon? So far, at least, I still exist. But as my power wanes, I suppose...
Come on! Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave.
These decorations... It's times like this when... You kinda wish...
How fast in the past, people would get so solemn and serious the moment...
Karina! Lametti! It's time to eat! Coming!
I want to...
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out. The rest can wait till Moon Prayer Night.
Think fast!
Rita!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions?
Take this!
Huh?
Alright, enough horsing around.
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right?
Okay, you got me there.
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte...
Oh, you menace. Then, think fast!
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal. That has always been the way of the Frost Moon Scions.
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer berry dessert? Oh, I always get Lockaberry. I don't mind sharing.
I've never shared food with anyone before. And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave...
Hey! That was 2 bites! Oh,
Oh, you don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
So this is what it means to be family. I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice. What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town, too. Maybe the Traveler will be there.
After the War of Funerary Flame, the Moon Goddesses were no longer recognized by Tevat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. That's why the Moon Goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the Moon Goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Tevat's history. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, The Moon Marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kuvaki concentration...
What do you mean, fortunately?
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. Now, I said earlier that the Moon Goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Tevat was lost. The same logic applies to the present Moon Goddess, too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Damselette, and she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by...
So, the rationale that once...
Wait, we did that to her?
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest. Now, if you wish to find your Moon Goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Tevat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection? But...
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any...
Her name?
Yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one. Then your first job is to find it. As a moon god, neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name, and she's never really accepted either of them.
So, finding out her real name?
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step. But the second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power. Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near. But no need to fret. Nicole's the expert in the...
Wait, mage and... That means we've got 2 hexacircle mages on...
Actually, this is more of a side quest. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to... That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Klee. Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company in the future. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the Moon Goddess's consciousness to hold out till Moon Prayer Night. Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before I leave. Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes, and a little suggestion. Don't forget to... mind your heads.
What?
I wonder how Durin's doing.
You really are super busy.
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on, just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka...
Klee didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Klee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world. I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
She left in a hurry.
Yeah, she didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I must say, I'm now very curious.
That's a long story. Come on.
What a lively place.
Hey, you old geese! Who are you calling?
Are they... quarrel?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free rein in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer any? You might as well use that hammer to Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed. I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess.
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you lend me a hand,
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
I guess they're... friends. But the way they spoke to each other was so ugly. Then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like this.
Columbina! Sing outside my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
Oh, Sandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity. I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply.
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life. What a fun turn of phrase.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a customer. Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night candy?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime. Right. Now, where were we?
I don't know why, but I still held out hope.
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Columbina?
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and...
So, Mr. Varka, are you acquainted with this Nicole?
Not really. We've never met. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing.
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice isn't...
Yeah. Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. But then again, that's why she's able to draw such an eclectic mix of people into her inner circle. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexenzirkel, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply.
Hey! Don't go around making promises.
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexenzirkel for you.
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her?
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away?
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt.
Oh, true.
That would be... this young lady, then?
Hey there! Sorry to disturb.
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius.
If we got the
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before.
Huh? Where's...
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to.
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the...
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before.
It's real.
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is... I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member, but I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it by...
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once.
Please go on, Miss Nicole.
Huh? Are they talking to this?
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously...
Sorry? Embarrassing.
Yes, my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power. The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Alright!
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty. No. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not
That's right. Is that so?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary Flame. Or maybe not. It shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the false sky. The Hyperboreans were humans, but despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant to accept the new order. Even after the War of Funerary Flame, they sought to contact the moon goddess.
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating.
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed for the moon goddess's mercy. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moons. But of course, they were gravely disappointed. For it was then that they realized the three moon goddesses were dead. It is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided them were gone, and the War of Funerary Flames had left them homeless and destitute.
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, it seems we've drifted into irrelevant narrative waters. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control. What I'm trying to say is... Right, yes, that's it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between Tevat and the outside world. Which means, with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be feasible to send one person
Okay, so... Is something wrong?
I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one word.
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and preserve everything in writing.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail. I did gloss over a few things so far.
Whoa, 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 time out. Let's summarize what we've got first. The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure there's enough Kuvaki to power it up. Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place. Am I right so far?
Yes. Although, I expect the structure is long gone by now. That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to travel back to a time when it still existed? Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we'd be creating a handshake between 2 points in space-time. We wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection, or we could project our own phantoms, fold them together, and... You look lost. Was that too hard to follow?
Yeah, things got a little, technical there. Paimon's brain is reaching capacity.
All right. Let me think about how to put this more simply. Okay, got it. Over the next few days, I'll search for phantoms that we can use. Once I find one that meets the criteria, I'll let you know and we'll regroup. By completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the phantom and make it to the Hyperborean structure. If everything checks out and it looks feasible, we'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night, and we can send the Moon Goddess back home. I'm really skimping on the detail here. Is this making any sense at all?
I think so. For now, we'll just wait to hear from you.
Yes. Basically, yes.
Great. Counting on you. In the meantime, we'll focus on finding the Moon Goddess's name.
My name? Are they looking for a way to stop me from disappearing?
Excuse me, Miss...
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I am Lauma, of the Frost Moon Scions.
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the moon's history. If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe rewrite the stories as fairy tales or fables, perhaps even prayers. Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything.
She seems friendly.
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish. Any longer and I'd probably start forgetting it.
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
Ha 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 ha, what did I tell? Now then, the next order of business is...
Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might give us some...
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. Yes, our faith was first established by our Hyperborean ancestors, but many of the more factually accurate records are from after Kutar's birth.
Sounds like we're gonna follow Columbina's journey. In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frost Moon Enclave.
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. It'll probably just be our
Thank you, Mr.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying into the details of a young lady's childhood.
I should follow them. just in case there's some way that I can help.
Strike a pop!
Take it easy.
Yeah!
Transfixed!
Watch out! Coming at ya!
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents in our possession that pertain to Kutar. What you see here is the material I consider reliable.
Hmm? You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years through countless retellings. That's why I organized them into reliable and unreliable. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure the veracity of the historical record.
Makes sense. All right, let's take a look through. Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name. Paimon's not sure what point she's trying to make.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frostmoon Scions worshipped her as a god, placing impossible expectations upon her. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day out changed nothing. I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the name Kutar and everything it represented.
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well have been calling upon somebody else.
Well, that's a bit complicated. I looked at the level of detail, perceived authenticity, prose style, and how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seemed to be. Amongst the Frostmoon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain things she simply would never do. That being said, I have sensed some changes in her lately.
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth, why don't we check the unreliable sources too?
Sure. Give me a moment.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea, upon whose surface shone the mirror image of the moon. Thus was formed the island of Hisi. Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are naught but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kutar is her name.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria a little better now. Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading? See. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. But being so young and lacking in strength, the child could not snap the branches from the trees. Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth a Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child.
I remember that.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus ran home to call their parents. But Kutar was gone. The Moon Chanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. The child was named as one favored by the goddess and was greatly respected amongst the people. Yet, no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Huh. Any thoughts after reading that? Yeah. Palabina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests.
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform any similar actions in subsequent records. But now that I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do. It's just that...
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people. And so, she gradually stopped joining in.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
And now, I can make no such gestures of warmth, even if I want to.
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something. Varka said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Let's see. There's Varka. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too. Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last time.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were all waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time.
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this mean that you've already arranged things with the Fatui?
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your investigation of the Frost Moon Enclave go?
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from...
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life. Still, desperate...
So, Varka was waiting on us, but what about you?
Oh, no. We already met.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the phantom phenomena and Tevat's borders, yes? She said that she'll contact me through this device with more
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method. Takes me right...
Wait, then...
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand...
Introductions are overrated. Especially in cases like this.
It's you!
So? It's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also,
I forgot I named him that. I don't remember naming him that.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up...
Hat? Turns out, I actually have heard...
Oh? Then...
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it...
Lauma. Moon Chat...
And I'm a Drioche from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumero Academia. Hat Guy.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last saw each other on the boat ride here.
Mind you, the only reason...
Who's that?
The Doctor. Also known as Dottore. Second of the Fatui Harbingers.
From the tone of your voice...
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. Dottore, or Zondique, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a college dropout?
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Notcry, but...
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, but the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing him? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers.
Sure.
Even though they're Harbingers, well, they're...
The Frost Moon Scion's relations with the Fatui remain tense.
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
Well, yeah. That's obviously part of it. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I, want to see him meddling with things. Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
You made it. Who is this?
A scholar from Sumeru.
Wait, this is the Academia rep-
I believe this will prove my identity.
Well, what do you know?
It's fine.
What?
So as I mentioned in my but this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation.
If anyone asks, I'm here in Nodcry to
Gotta say, Barca, you did pretty well to keep all this under wraps for so long. Sounds like you got in touch with the Academia about this way back.
you flatter me.
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He sure let me have it. He could not care less about us if he tried, but
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his
fair point.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair. So we tried to find out what he'd been up to, but unfortunately to no avail.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he...
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the...
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, entreating her.
That's pretty direct.
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Nodcry is almost concluded, and we do not need Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing the Tsaritsa. Smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a finger.
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private?
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only he has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place. The only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something, we will see—
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir.
Then I believe we all concur.
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories.
Are you talking about the moon marrows?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find.
Exactly! This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? No! He orders his that gas was poisonous! And after all that, he left, while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time, he said. Waste of time? The nerve!
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs. Especially when it comes to Dottore.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for now, so I'll be on my way.
Wait, what? You're just gonna—
You're welcome to join if you...
Ugh. Just when Paimon thought he'd finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say. I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore. Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing? Or rather, disappeared.
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that. The Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't?
Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related to Kavaki, right?
More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task assigned to her. But Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing. The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice. It was a dumb and stupid rumor, but the reality of the situation made it hard to refute.
And what happened after that?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited, and Her Majesty never gave her any missions, so she just continued to sing in the flower garden. For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idol had me fuming. But still, I got the sense that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed when she wasn't.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something eventually. And so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work and the toughest luck. That's a good way of putting it. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time. Because at heart, you are a conscientious person.
What is it? Something come to mind?
That makes sense. Nothing screams you are needed like your name shouted from across the town.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Columbina is still the most shoutable name. I'm just so used to it now, after all the arguments we've had. I can't be bothered trying to remember another name for her.
Nor I.
Sandrone. Harlequino.
Huh! It's a Sealy! Does that mean Nicole has news for us?
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Okay! Time to do what
Here you are.
Oh, hat guy.
How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatui?
Fine. Dottore been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. How about you?
Unfortunately not. We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different points in history. But the results were the same each time.
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin attacked? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those illusions, using sounds and lights to guide them. However, we could not change their fates. At most, we were able to extend their existences.
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Teyvat that can escape its past.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these phantoms face.
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages can make the impossible possible. I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. It's something you wish for deep inside. So, think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile, it isn't.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effectiveness of our interventions. If we want to clear this hurdle, we need to break this rule somehow.
Same thought here. Following the same rules means repeating the same failures. Reducing ourselves to mere playthings of fate.
So you mean we need to figure out a way to make contact with them despite knowing that we can't?
Yes, and I suspect that's something only you are capable of. Everything in Teyvat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Teyvat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality to an extent.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll take courage. And you have to be confident that you can control it.
Is anyone there? Has anyone seen my daughter? She's missing. I have to find her. I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there? Ah!
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his decision. Maybe he'll stay away.
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power, but rather how you use it.
To intimidate and obstruct. Sounds about right for the Abyss.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
Have you seen a little girl?
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there?
Where are all these monsters coming from? I don't want to die!
What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
He really left. Ha! We did it!
Don't celebrate too soon. Follow him. See what he does next.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them, and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No! There's monsters ahead! Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it. The monsters are gone. Is it safe now? The barrier's gone too. How odd. Anyway, I guess I'll keep going.
Quickly.
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked. Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him. I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
This barrier seems to be helping me somehow. Hey, hey, wake up! Oh, no good. Gotta keep moving ahead. Many monsters!
There's still a chance, Durin.
Help!
This is a new development. I've never seen this. We might just be able to save this person.
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name. She's carrying a large backpack.
Get out while you still can, you fool. You won't find...
But I can't just...
Sorry.
Okay, if I do find her, I'll...
Don't bother.
What's that noise?
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap.
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this? You know what? I'll trust this strange barrier. It's got me this far after all. Huh? That looks like one of my daughter's books! Oh, thank you. Thank you! Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on it right there.
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
It won't work. There's not enough left. But then, this clue could be...
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue than lose...
I guess so.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
That's my daughter's book! She's passed this way! I've searched and searched. I no longer have anywhere else.
I'm sorry. He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, I'll... Albedo? Hat guy?
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head.
Huh? His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... Huh?
You could...
I feel like I always could, but that I... But you were the... I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths... I won't find my daughter.
What? No.
Yes.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out of this.
You've not seen my daughter either. It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry.
I'm just... tired. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20. Thank you for all your help. Let's...
Now's not the time.
It's not pity. I'm just... You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? And you're from Sumeru?
Yes. It seems you...
Those names are unknown to me,
I have, but... I heard that it was...
I see. That was where my ancestors once lived.
I've never heard that name.
Then what about Sal Vindaknir?
I
see. Sure enough, I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're too many ages apart.
It's all right.
From how you speak of your lives,
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone...
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. But if all you want in life is to seek knowledge...
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not merely avoid extinction, but I mean, I can see you all right now.
That's true.
Well, time's almost up. Let's part ways. The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last few minutes looking for Spargana. If things were... May we meet again. Well, or...
He's gone. In a few minutes, he will meet the end that was his to begin with. The ending of this tale did not change. But I believe that we've just...
May your wishes come true.
Hat guy, could I ask you a question? You've never talked about your past. Would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, sometimes it's better to get things out in the open. Take that guy... I know about Albedo's past. As for you, you're my first friend, and you've witnessed every step I've... Either way, I mean, we're still best friends. But...
I've told you about myself.
And what did you do before...
Prepared for the entrance exam?
All right. If you really don't...
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree, using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of mechanic.
A white tree?
Yes. A branch of Irminsul that was...
So you had a human...
Yeah. But my after that... Durin. Resisting the influence of the Abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, but no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder. You asked me if you would create a new tragedy if you failed. I told you there was no... But the real answer is...
That guy.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path.
I will.
Alright. Break time.
Hello?
Hello, friends, it's me! What have you been up to, the amplitude isn't particularly high, but they're completely different signals from the ones before. And the scale is...
Alice. We were unable to save that person. However, he appears to have retained a portion of the memories gained through that cycle, and was able to hold a conversation with us.
I see. Well, that is rather odd indeed. It definitely merits further attention. Could I trouble you to keep trying the same approach? I need to gather some more data. Counting on you. I should probably have Nicole come and...
There you are. I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. It would have taken you so much longer to get here. I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that your adventurer's instinct has not swayed your resolve. Okay, I'll try and keep it short. My sense...
Oh, cool!
Patience. This was a sanctuary of great...
Oh! Like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's marrow?
Okay, so what's the plan? Need us to do anything? And just the short version, if you can.
Ah. Alright then. I was planning to start with some background on the invention...
Remember what you were saying about priorities?
Fine. Simply put, we need 3 human representatives to think of it as a test from the 3 moon goddesses to see if the entrants are qualified, with the most recognizable qualification being Kuvaki.
Pretty sure Lauma would ace that test. Oh, wait.
I also have no doubt that the Moon Chanter would be qualified. But we would need 2 other people with the same constitution. Therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to follow the rules, but to figure out how the test functions and find a workaround. I've done some research, and it turns out the mechanism is rather crude. We'll simply need humans to stand before it who have sufficient Kuvaki energy within them.
I'm with you so far. How do we get the Kuvaki in them?
The easiest way would be transfusion. Take some Kuvaki from...
So we're going to...
Precisely. There are other methods, but this is the simplest one.
Huh?
Sorry?
No, that's not it.
Oh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for good... Huh? But as Paimon said, we need to have our priorities straight. Let's get back to...
Oh, okay. Anyway, is this really the best...
If you think that's dangerous, wait till you hear the other methods.
No need, we're good.
Very well. Kuvaki transfusion it is. Now, I should mention that the risks can be greater or lower depending on individual compatibility. It would be rash to simply infuse the Kuvaki and hope for the best. If the body rejects it, the reaction can be quite severe. The symptoms are similar to another condition that some people living here suffer from, known as congenital Kuvaki sensitivity. So, before we execute our plan, I will perform a simple test of my own to see who is compatible and who is not. Once that is done, we will have to complete the resonance process as rapidly as possible. The participants must remain stationary while the Kuvaki circulates and bonds with them, and they mustn't eat or drink anything.
What? No eating or drinking?
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be monks by the time they're through.
Three days.
Oh, that's so long! And we still need to find 2 more people who are not just compatible, but also willing to volunteer.
Fasting? What are they talking about?
Really? Don't you...
Haha, count me in too. Miss Nicole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to discuss. It's time to step up.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, Paimon volunteers to be Captain of Logistics. She'll keep the fires lit and grab some spare clothes to keep you comfortable.
Then we'll start with you first, Traveler. Please step forward. How's it going? Do you feel anything? How about now? And now? What about now?
You guys, is that a...
All right, I'm officially impressed. Even as it's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved an inch. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required. Yes. Safe to say, compatibility won't be an issue for you. You're eligible to join. You're next, Mr. Varka.
Sure, here goes nothing.
All right. I'll start where we left off. 5 times the required Kuvaki dose.
Whoa, 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 hey, wait a minute.
How's it going?
No, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. A few bottles of wine, then a big stein of Dark Horse, with some hard liquor from Liyue mixed in. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest. I'm never gonna live that down.
My apologies. I'll lower the concentration and try again.
Oh.
How's it going now?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it pulsing around.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal choice, Mr. Varka. Let's try someone else.
Okay. Let's go ask some of our other friends then.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter. You're perfectly compatible. You may join.
I'm getting a slight headache.
Shame. You were so close.
Whoa! Time itching all over!
Allergic reaction. We can't have that.
Huh? Well, are you gonna start or what?
The Hexenzirkel is an organization that cares for and protects children. We will not have them do dangerous things. Not even tests.
Is something the matter?
The candidates have to be human.
I guess that rules me out too.
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchanter got beaten. Guess I don't need to feel so bad after all. I mean, looks like this isn't gonna be as easy as we thought.
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the Frost Moon Scions.
I'll see about talking to some trusted Lightkeeper colleagues. Itlua springs to mind. In fact, I think we had some former Frost Moon Scions join our ranks recently.
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? I can probably make some kind of test box. Then we can just zip through Nasha Town, going up to people and pressing a...
No.
Wow!
How about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame that Lohens are...
Strange. The Moon Goddess is clearly revered by many people.
She mentioned that the world has rejected...
And when we fought the Raihir of Solnari...
Also, Paimon's not sure revered is...
Gratitude, certainly.
It's basic reciprocity. She helped us.
Yeah. Even though she looked like...
A review of the relevant data leads me to conclude that Miss Columbina is a good person.
Yep, you...
They really think so?
I'm super surprised that Columbina isn't her actual name, though. I think it really suits her. It's light and graceful and... yeah, just a really pretty name.
I know.
Unfortunately, that's not our...
Columbina. That was the code name, but... Is that really all there is to it? Is there anyone left who will still call me by that name?
Moonprayer Night is getting closer by the day. We're running out of time. We need to look for...
Then allow me to try.
Huh? What are you doing?
You contacted your friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been keeping an eye since I have the ability to accommodate a moon.
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away. How was it?
Not at all.
Then it seems we shan't need to look for additional
Great! Cool. Alright, like Paimon said, the rest of us can take turns making sure the three of them stay...
Then, my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food.
I'm ready as...
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
Wow! It really opened!
So that's what all this is about. They've been trying to open this gate.
Come, let us enter.
It might be best to eat something first. Take care to chew properly and swallow slowly. It will give your body time to readjust to the digestion process.
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate. Huh? I cannot... It has been 3 days. Can I really...
That was like 20 to 30 minutes of just an opening cutscene, by the way.
I have confirmed that you are all in good health. With that, my...
It's good to know you're all well.
Laid bare.
Are these people...
Judging by their clothes, they appear to be
That could mean they have some clues about the moon goddess's name, right? Hey there! Could you tell us what the moon goddess's name is? Sorry. That's probably a weird question, huh? How do we explain...
The moons are long gone, and their goddess... When a new moon goddess... We have used every last resource at our...
Were the people of the past all this devout?
Surely the new moon goddess he speaks of. Alas, Kutar's birth came long after the age in which he lived.
But, maybe if we...
True. Keep an eye out. We should be able to tell which era they're from by the clothes they wear.
Yeah! You've been pretty talkative this whole...
Oh, nothing. I'm fine. You all make good points. When the Hyperboreans speak of moon goddesses, they mean the 3 from truly ancient times. I can't imagine they would know anything about... There once was a time when the moon goddesses blessed them greatly and protected them from harm. So, when the war between the gods and dragons plunged the world into chaos, it seems they looked once more to the moons for help, praying for a new goddess to be born.
Yeah, that checks out.
Let's continue on. Who knows what else we may discover?
There's a door blocking this path!
Not a problem. Try this.
Overruled!
This device was maintaining the door's integrity. Remove the core, and the device stops working.
Is this our destination?
Impressive.
More precisely, this is a device that will help us reach our destination. Let's go. We still have a long distance to cover.
Let's try that device again. Remember the door from earlier? The humans we see are all phantoms, but the monsters are real. What a fascinating place.
There'll be plenty of time to admire it later.
Hey there! Hey, watch out! Just a little... Watch out!
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon.
Ooh, there's a whole bunch of artwork in here. Seems pretty old. Nicole, this is probably your area of expertise. What do all these paintings mean?
Let me see. To understand these murals requires some knowledge of the history surrounding the War of Funerary Flame. I shared a little of this with Lauma before.
Yes. I think I follow. The dispute between the Moon Sisters. The transformation by Nibelung.
Oh no, it's no trouble. I'd be delighted to share the tale again.
Alright then.
Teyvat's 3 moons and their goddesses were brought into being by the will of Nibelung,
I
the
thought
then
this was
ruler
one
of
of the
Teyvat. But when the heavenly